My name is Nosisa Dlomo. I am the founder of AfriZulu Tech. Welcome to the KZN Youth Business Awards.
My name is Morgan Chandu from Hollywood Foundation. We are very honored and privileged to be part of these awards. Just want to say to all the nominees, you are all winners. Good luck.
I'm here as one of the speakers attending the KZN Youth Business Awards, where we're celebrating young people. So my message to the young people is that congratulations on being recognized, and congratulations on being a part of this, and also congratulations on starting that business and sticking around with that business. If your business has made it through the pandemic that we are coming from, just keep pushing. You are moving to greater heights. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. On the side. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, DJ Duma. Our MC, since we started, it seems like he knows how to make his way to on our hearts. So it looks like even next day we're going to have him as our MC. So
I'll be divorced next year. I'm just letting you know. I saw someone nice here. So please, don't have me next year. That's a joke. Continue, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. To our Deputy Mayor, Ubaba Upiji Mavundla, Mr. Morgan Chand from Hollywood Foundation, our judges, also our sponsors, the guys from Mercedes-Benz, Economic Development, KZN Tourism, and to our VVIPs, the beautiful nominees that are here. I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. My task is very simple. I'm just here to welcome you guys. So already some of you are already feeling at home. So I think my job has been done before I even started doing it. So yeah, maybe just to give a bit of a background. It was during the pandemic when one thought of this idea, when we were actually faced with the difficulties as young people. Back then I was actually a young person, I'm no longer a youth now, whereby this idea was born. Because one actually thought of something that is actually going to inspire young people and also acknowledge those that are doing very well in business. So it was year 2019 when I thought of this idea to say, we need to have something in this beautiful province of KZN that is going to honor young people that are actually doing very well in business. Last year we started, we actually had 11 categories last year. Our first event was at Umhlanga Hotel, and it actually forced us to look for a bigger venue. Hence, we are here 2022 with 12 categories. When we opened nominations, we received over 2,000 nominees. Out of those 2,000, the team had to shortlist, and from that shortlist, our judges still needed to do their bit of a work whereby they shortlisted to 36 nominees from 12 categories. And from those 36 nominees, they selected the winners. So for me, it's not about who's going to be number one, because the fact that you are here, you are already a winner. So if you can just clap for yourself that you are here. just lost my notes. So what we actually noticed from while we were busy doing the shortlisting, we were actually inspired and motivated when we saw that the most categories that we had so many nominations were actually agriculture and manufacturing. For us, that was a good sign to say that young people are actually involved in agriculture and they are taking it very seriously. When it comes to nominations, agriculture was leading. It was number one with so many entries, and then it was followed by manufacturing. So it's very, very encouraging to see that young people are actually involved in those sectors, especially agriculture, because when you talk of agriculture, you talk of what you call this special word, the food security. That's a word I was looking for. So it was very, very, very encouraging to see that. So with those words, I don't want to dwell so much. I would like to say, please feel at home, enjoy yourselves, and let's just have fun. So what's going to happen, we are going to have winners getting their certificates, and also the runners-up will get certificates. So everyone will go back home with something. And then tomorrow, we are actually going to be having, for the first time, a breakfast with our winners. So we are going to take a nice drive with Mercedes-Benz to one of beautiful restaurants at Sibaya, where we're just going to be having fun with the winners and also unpacking our plan, working with them in the next 12 months. So if you are a winner, please make sure that tomorrow you avail yourself in the morning. Don't say you're going back to work. In passing, we are going to be having another Youth Business Awards in the province of Limpopo and in the province of Umhlanga. I was actually at Umhlanga last month, whereby I had a meeting with the premier of the province. So they won this for young people at Umhlanga. So it just goes to show that KZN is indeed a trendsetter. We start things and then they follow. So thank you so much. Welcome. Let's have fun.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. A bigger one. A bigger one. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for agreeing with me. Next to the lady with the orange. Yes, thank you, lady. Do you know why I said a bigger one 3 times? Because it's like us here, we are so jealous. A founder of awards is telling you the awards are going to another province. Ah, okay, going to another province. When are we going to eat? We are hungry. How? We're going to take the winners out for breakfast. We used to say, woo, you people are too civilized. Give them a big round of applause for working. Imagine, you travel across the country expecting nothing in return. And we don't motivate. But I know you don't mean it, okay? I know you don't. You're just behind. I'm in 2023. All right. How are you, ma'am? How are you? Is this your daughter? Yes. Okay. Hold on. Talk to your mother, not you. How are you, sir? You can imagine. I'm handsome. I know. Please, please, please. Don't tell them what I do. Huh? Who? Why are you blocking her now? I mean, I only need funding. I don't know what you're talking about. You work for funding? You work for what? Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm doing my best to try and cheer you guys up. You can see these guys who are waiting to win. They are here. So good. Don't worry, even if you win, you won't be size 38. You are fine at 32. Yeah, because I used to be size 28 myself. So I know how it's like to wait for the opportunity to win. Are you ready for the next move for tonight? I'm trying my best to win the eyes of the creator and founder. To try and see if I can get you guys a round of drinks, but you guys are not even clapping, so I know. in Zulu, I'm like, who put his keys in the fridge? You know that uncle who's got the keys to the fridge? Yeah. If I say, that's me for today. If you don't clap for the uncle don't open no bar. All right, let's move on to the next one. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman's got an amazing presence on social media. This is where things begin for some of us. As entrepreneurs, it starts as a joke. Next minute, your friends follow you. Next minute, you are all over the world. This young lady has done amazing work. Just yesterday, she got an award. And she took it home, and that's the KZN Top Business Woman of the Year Award. A huge round of applause. A huge round of applause. Especially if you're not married, you have to make sure your hands are the loudest. You'll deposit in your ball today. What we call. Please give a huge round of applause to our guest who's going to speak to our young entrepreneurs. Her name is Dr. Umhlanga. She's here to speak and motivate our entrepreneurs. That applause was a bit short. Thank you, crew.
Good evening, beautiful people. My name is Dr. Umhlanga. I am a medical doctor by profession. I'm a founder and CEO of Numa Medical Aesthetics, and now finding my way around being an entrepreneur. I don't have much to say to these beautiful people, but I'm here to say thank you to the people that have put together this wonderful initiative. Can we please give everyone behind this a big round of applause? Because it is events like these that motivate us as young entrepreneurs to keep going. Because as a young person who's just trying to find their way around and creating your own thing in this economy where we have such a high unemployment rate, it gets really cold in the world of entrepreneurship. You find yourself asking yourself questions. You would say, why did I do it? Am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? So being recognized in such beautiful initiatives, it is something that actually pushes you to do better. Like DJ Vuma has mentioned, I was recently awarded as KZN Top Business Woman. Apart from the award itself, it reignited something in me to keep pushing, to actually feel that I'm doing something right, because we live in a world of social media. Social media can be good, social media can be horrible. Social media, we get a lot of negativity. You get a lot of people who are bashing your business, bashing whatever you've started, and we get discouraged easily as entrepreneurs, where you start something and then you are so scared to even post your business because you're scared someone is going to come in and tell you you're doing this wrong or criticize whatever you're doing, and all of these people are faceless. So we are grateful for people that actually took a stand to actually say we are going to appreciate and celebrate these young people that are doing a good thing and they are trying to do something. And also would like to thank everyone that put this thing together and made it all inclusive, especially as women. When we are going into the entrepreneurship business, we sometimes feel like if you go to a male-dominated industry, you feel inferior and you feel like you are not doing enough. So being celebrated and being nominated in an event like this, it makes you want to push to do better. It makes you realize that there's a young person out there that is looking at what you are doing and is inspired by what you are doing. So you can't just sleep and give up anyhow. So thank you very much. And before I sit down, I have one thing that I would like to say to young people. And I would like to think everyone that is here has started what they are doing. But you do get to a point where either in your business you're trying to diversify or scale your business, but you are too scared to do it because you're still trying to perfect everything. There's a quote, my favorite quote is, if you are launching a perfect product, you launched too late. So if you have that thing that you've been wanting to implement in your business or something that you wanted to do, just put it out there. You will learn as you go. I just recently launched my skincare range. I was scared. I was trying to perfect it for 2 years, only to find that the day I launched, as soon as the consumer received it, it was still not perfect. But that's what has built it to where we are now, because we are getting feedback from the consumer. Because as an entrepreneur, really, it's not about you. When you are, as an entrepreneur, my definition of an entrepreneur is actually bringing a solution and solving a problem. If you are solving another person's problem, you will only get feedback from that person once the person receives your service. So holding it back and trying to perfect it might delay you. The next person is going to run with it and you are going to be sad. So my advice is launch that business, scale that business, diversify if you think it's time for your business to diversify. And lastly, I would like to say congratulations to everyone that has been nominated. I think everyone is a winner because you've gotten to this point where you are recognized for what you are doing. So this is just, whoever that has won it and has been nominated, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. This is just to say that you are being seen with what you are doing. You are doing the right thing. So now go out there and create more jobs for the youth and create more of you. I'm at a point where now I'm trying to create other Dr. Lou's because I believe that we are not just empowered just to be empowered. We are empowered to empower other young people. My youth days are almost over. Your youth days are going to be over soon. So how nice would it be when we are sitting here next year and you have created 4 of the younger youths that you have empowered. So going out there from this point on, let us go out there and empower other young people to actually start and push what they believe in and then solve those problems. There's so many problems to be solved. We can't sit back and say the government doesn't have jobs for us. The only way that we can try and bridge that gap is 1, to create employment, number 2, to create other entrepreneurs like us. Thank you so much.
Big round of applause. Your speech is missing one thing. Put your heels and just hit someone. It's like you're about to do that. Like, I told you to take the car keys and put them there. That's how beautiful you are. Big shout out to her. Give a big round of applause. Thank you. I took something very important there. Create others, help others. I think the greatest achievement you can achieve here on earth is to continue living when you are dead. Especially if you're in business, especially if you're in leadership. Give back to others so when they make it, your name will continue to live on. How did you get there? You know where I come from? It's because of Mr. Sianda Nenga, but you find that he's gone. It's a great achievement to have people talk about you and say good things when you are dead. Not many people can achieve that. Especially if you're in business. We have this problem that you become so rich that when you die, nobody continues with your legacy. Okay, let me not get serious now, because I think you guys want to drink something, right? You want to have a drink? Yes. Only 2 people. I can't open the bar for 2 people. Huh? Okay, let's do it this way. Put the way KZN Art. Hey, the government said this, Hey, I hope. I'll wait, go. Do you message this? Pendy drop. I think 2 hours and losing more than I'm saying. I'll take 2 now. It's a beautiful car. I'm sure you want a Mercedes too, eh? Do you know how to get one? You have one. You have one. I said a Mercedes Mercedes-Benz. You say a Tata or that. You have one. You look like one. Each man. The new C-Class, eh? I said, did you see downstairs? The new C-Class. You said you have one, you can't even see what you have. Oh, pardon. Oh, beautiful. Hey, beautiful ladies. You can't even hear what they speak. My mind is gone now. Did you see the white Mercedes downstairs? Okay. You saw the Mercedes or the Mercedes? How asking? They are the sponsors. You saw? Beautiful. Beautiful motivation, I can tell you that. Clap for Mercedes-Benz. Clap for Mercedes-Benz. If you don't know how to get one, let me help you. You don't have to thank me today. Please give it up for our stakeholders' messages of support. Mr. Ndwendwe from Mercedes-Benz. Clap for them, clap for them.
Good evening, beautiful people. I wasn't even prepared for a speech, so I am nervous. It probably has to do with the looks. There's a whole lot of beautiful people, I must say. Thanks for gracing us with your presence. Majozi is my name. I'm from Mercedes-Benz in Umhlanga. And taking this opportunity, maybe I can just introduce my colleagues as well, because I'm not here by myself. All those 5 cars that we got downstairs, I didn't park them alone. I brought my colleagues, maybe if they can stand up. Who's Pamandla, is on the pre-owned side. I've got Ukito, who's also one of our seasoned campaigners on the pre-owned side. And then I've got Upolet, Kamboshe, and then I've got also Uherbi, who's with me in New Cars. Being part of these awards, when Dhiya and I first had this conversation, it was only natural that I actually push, for us to get involved. I mean, it was only natural. I may not really fall under the category of youth anymore, hence the grey hairs. But I'm very passionate about the youth and the aspirations of the youth, because I feel that that's where our future is as a country. The more the youngsters work, the brighter the future of the country is going to be. Set aside the fact that these young entrepreneurs, these youngsters, are eventually going to be my customers. They're going to be, driving this wonderful brand, which we have the pleasure of, being part of on a daily basis. DJ Informal did say that it's a beautiful car. Partially, beautiful is a sandwich. Beautiful maybe is a can of, juice. That is an outstanding vehicle. And I think this initiative is just as beautiful in the sense that it encourages the inner core of where we want to see ourselves as a country, where we want to see ourselves as individuals, and where we want to see ourselves as a brand, the Mercedes-Benz brand. So it was only natural that we get involved, and I really do hope that going forward we are actually going to continue being partners in encouraging the youth. In KZN, even now with him mentioning that he's actually looking at going outside the province, we would surely want to follow suit in that direction, obviously subject to approval from management. So in my smaller stature, representing the dealership, it is an honor for us to be part of this occasion, and a wonderful initiative from KZN YBA. Wishing all the nominees the very best, whether you are winning today or not, but the fact that you were nominated and someone actually picked up on your efforts and your activities within your community is actually a step in the right direction. So this may not be the end, but the beginning of a very bright future to you. Thank you.
Good round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite aware I bought 2 Mercedes Benzes, pre-ordered, no discount. So thank you, sir. I thought I'll just put that, okay? Hey, DJ, don't matter. It's not about money, okay? It's about planning. All right? You can clap for that. Yeah. Oh, well, you know better, so please. Okay, guys, listen. We're about to give some time to the band, but I'd like to call from Hollywood Bates Foundation, the National Operations Manager, Mr. Morgan Shandu. Please give it up for him. Thank you.
Together.
Thank you. Thank you, Program Director. I don't know if you noticed that they were clapping.
For you.
Yes.
Don't worry. I also have an NGO. Anyone who kept his charity money, I clap. So please, they know, they're doing it right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Program Director. The Deputy Mayor. Mavundla, the founder of KZN Youth Business Awards, Mr. Ndwendwe. Thank you. Esteemed guests, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. As Hollywood Foundation, we are very honored and privileged to be part of this beautiful event. For the fact that the youth decided to start a business, which means the future is bright in South Africa. Give yourself a big round of applause. I'm not a man of many words. All I'm going to say is to the youth, to the nominees, if you want to have a successful business, stop arrogance and learn from each other, and also learn from those who have done it. If you get that right, you're gonna go places. Have a mentor. It is very important. When you start a business, you need a person that you can call whenever you are faced with difficulties. Because to run a business, it's not easy. It is very difficult. Because you employ people, all they're expecting at the end of the month is to get paid. But if you're running a business, you find that you don't even have half of the money that you need to pay your staff. But if you have people who have done it, you can call them and share your frustrations, and you'll feel much better, and you might even find solutions. So it is very imperative, if you're running a business, if you're a young business person, to have a mentor, to have a person that you can call at all times when you are faced with difficulties. When you are applying for funding, please keep it simple. No business has got time to read a business plan with 14 pages. Keep it simple. And you must always, wherever you write, think about the reader. Do they have time to read your 14-page business plan? The answer is no. Does it make sense? If it does, then it will make sense to the reader. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you and good luck.
This week, no one wants to read a proposal and the yebo. You need to follow out that Pastor Kamapo. Please, now the report. Thank you. This is all
I don't know, Sianda, out of all people you could have chosen, you chose the chairman. But to answer your question, for the benefit of those who want to apply for funding, they can make use of our Hollywood Foundation page. That's where you upload your business plan. So like I said, please keep it simple. Make use of that. I'm sure if you follow Hollywood Foundation page, you'll realize or you'll see what we do as a foundation all over South Africa. So please make use of that page. I know a lot of people call Sianda, poor Sianda will be like, hey, I don't know what to say now. But please do not call Sianda, just make use of that page. Okay, make use of that page. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And then you say I've never helped you with anything. Because I know you didn't know. Give it up for our next guest coming onto the stage now. The acting CEO of Tourism KwaZulu Natal, Nhlanhla Khumalo. Tourism. Give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Program Director. Good morning. Should I say that? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nhlanhla Khumalo from Tourism KwaZulu Natal. At some stage, I had to make a decision in terms of finding a representatives amongst our staff to come here. I was looking for a young person to come and represent Tourism KwaZulu Natal. On second thought, I realized that I'm also young. I had to decide that I should be coming in here. And I had to confirm that with my colleagues at work, Sipogas, they did indicate and confirm that I look young. Ladies and gentlemen, we as Tourism KwaZulu Natal feel honored to be associated with this initiative, which seeks to recognize and acknowledge the efforts and the talents that have been contributed by young people into starting and running their businesses. There are two reasons why we feel honored to be associated with this occasion. The first reason is that it involves young people. Young people are the future of our country. Anything that you think needs to be fixed in our country, be rest assured that if young people have not done anything about that, it will not be fixed. So we are heavily dependent on young people to fix the problems of our country. Just yesterday, there has been an announcement that has been made with regard to the rate of unemployment in our country. And the largest percentage of people who are unemployed in our country is constituted by the young people for different reasons. So by implication, we need to make sure that we create a conducive environment for young people to actively participate in the economy of this country through entrepreneurship, of course. I think that's the first reason why we feel privileged to be associated with this occasion. The second reason is that I've been informed, reliably so, that amongst the young entrepreneurs that are here, there are also those that are running businesses in the tourism sector. So, tourism sector or tourism industry is one amongst many sectors of the economy that needs to be transformed. There is a slow pace of transformation in the tourism sector. Even though the government is making its endless efforts to ensure that the industry is transformed, as I've indicated earlier on, it will take the efforts of young people to ensure that the tourism industry is transformed. More especially in this province. Let me give a scenario here so that I can quickly drive the message home. The tourism sector has got a value chain. When a person has got to travel, the first thing that he needs to do, he needs to consult a travel agent or a tour operator. Or a tour operator will hand over the person to a travel agency. The travel agency would advise the potential tourist where to go and which places to visit and which activities that a person should be involved in. So the dilemma here is that the travel service subsector of the tourism industry, where you have the tour operators, is largely owned. The tour operators, the big ones, are largely owned by previously advantaged individuals. They are big, they have got large influence, and they influence even the visitors. So if you go to your township or in the rural area as a black person, you open up your tourism facility, the likelihood is that you might end up using that facility by yourself, simply because the direction of where visitors or where tourists should go is dictated by the large businesses that are involved with the travel services subsector of tourism, the tour operators and the travel agencies. So I do want to encourage young people to look into that area at some stage, because I work on these things from time to time. You do wish that you can have one big tour operator or one big travel agency in KZN owned by young people for the purpose of sustainability, of course, who would ensure that they do also do the same, influence the direction of the visitors into our province so that they are able to go and make use of the tourism facilities that are owned by previously disadvantaged individuals within the country. That's not the only opportunity that is available in the tourism sector. there are many opportunities. I know that most of us, when we think about tourism, the first thing that we think about a hotel, think about a guest house, and it ends there. If you don't understand the value chain in the tourism industry, you are likely to fall in that trap. People don't travel for the purpose of sleeping in your place. They travel for the purpose of participating in different experiences and activities, and also visiting different attractions. So when you want to enter that space, there is still an opportunity to develop some businesses around the experience offerings, the tourism activities, and the attraction themselves. I mean, if you run a business that is centered around offering tourism experience, sometimes you don't need a lot of capital to do that. In fact, you generate revenue that is far more than the cost of running a business if you just focus on the experience offering. So there is an opportunity there that we need to look at. And the third part is that all of us know that just recently we have been affected by the pandemic COVID-19. And that in itself never presented only problems in the industry, but it also presented opportunities. So the way tourism businesses operates, they are largely dependent on technology. So digital transformation opportunities have opened up in the tourism industry. You can start businesses in terms of bringing technological tools that would help people to make bookings, that would help people to make reservations, that will also help other businesses to digitally present their products in different market access platforms. I think those are the opportunities that I would want to highlight so that young people can be able to look into. Lastly, we do have a support that we provide as Tourism KwaZulu Natal. Over the years, we have been running a program called Tourism Enterprise Development Program. It has been revamped effectively during 2020. There are very relevant support initiatives that come as a result of that program. Just recently, we have been opening up for new applications for new tourism businesses to be supported by Tourism KwaZulu Natal. We assist you in terms of mentorship. We know that there are challenges if you operate within the tourism sector. We give you mentorship, coaching, we give you skills. We also assist you to do business networks, and also we also support you to be able to access the markets through our initiatives that we have. So the priority that we give priority to businesses that are owned by black people, businesses that are owned by women, and businesses that are owned by young people, including people with disability. So we should also make use of that support. So thank you very much, Program Director. Let me not take much of your time. Thank you.
A man and his daughter. That's what you need after that. Thank you so much. Clap for Mr. Kumar. We also have a DJ at the back there. Hey, DJ. Oh, please look at the DJ. DJ, how are you? Play something. Huh? Okay. Yeah, he's charming. He looks like a teddy bear. The right song to play now is Wema Dlamini. I know you are thirsty. I know you are thirsty. Let's give some time to the band. Band, play something for them. We're about to unpack the awards. Mr. Tamizoni, please get ready. Not now. Let them play. Thank you, go ahead. awards selection and judging process, welcome Mr. Tami Zodi. Simnikeze indlebe lapha back. We are about to have fun now, which is what we are here for. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, guys. I feel honored two gentlemen rushing to help me. Anyway, thank you, Program Director DJ Vuma. Greetings to everyone. Our City Deputy Mayor Obama Mavundla, our CEO of KZN Tourism, Ubaba Morgan Shan from Hollywood Bets, Nobaba and all esteemed guests. I stand in front of you here today, especially the young people that are nominated and those who are going to get awards. I stand here representing all the judges. Firstly, before I unpack the awards as I was asked to do, and also talk to the selection and the judging process briefly, about 3 minutes, I first have to ask the judges to stand up. I'll call them by name so that you know them. Claudette, Sikamani, More Money. We say more money. Her name is Sikamani, so we say more money. Her name is Claudette, an entrepreneur, successful businesswoman in KZN. And then next to her is another judge, Babongi Lemkize from Hollywood Bets. From the city of eThekwini is Nonkum Sobi. You can see this judge is full of women. Can you see that we're doing it better at KZN Youth Business Awards than some organizations? Yeah. This is the next judge is from National Youth Development Agency. Her name is Fanny Mdlalose. And then, of course, when you see all the roses, there's always that thing on top of the cake, man. you know when there's a cake, there's a cherry on top. So I'm the 5th judge. I forgot one message. I wanted to steal this. Mtu, you joined us this year from Mercedes-Benz. Actually, you came to disrupt my, because last day I was the only man. Then Mtu, can you stand up? They already saw you where you seated, my brother. Okay, so this year we had Mercedes joining us. So it's different stakeholders. What is important and what we want to say is that judges, you can sit down now. Thank you. Most of the people who are in the judging panel, these are people who've been in the entrepreneurship journey, in their different portfolios, in different organizations, and they were picked as such. I was talking to Sianda. I think, not that I think, actually, I'm trying to be modest about it. In the province of KwaZulu Natal, I started working in the youth economic empowerment space when I was 22 years. And 16 years later, so don't calculate my age. But anyway, most of us who are in the judging panel, we've worked in the youth space, in the SMME space, in the economic development space. But when the awards were started last year, we were fortunate that we were having the Intra-Africa Trade Fair at that time. As such, the KZN Youth Awards were recognized by the African Union as well as the Afrexim Bank, who were hosting the Intra-Africa Trade Fair here in KZN last year, which is why now we are taking the awards to other provinces. So through that and working with the panel of the judges, we have employed the founders of the awards, just like how they do in the prestige awards all over the world, like your Oscars and what have you. They've got what you call the academy. For instance, where we're going with this is that if we are talking a tourism award CEO, we want a person that is in that space. While we have a panel of judges, but we want a person in that space to be able to come in and give their views, because we want this. In fact, when we engage with the founder, we're looking at saying, do you want to see these awards being voted for in the future years? You know, when you're doing awards, you toil around all those ideas, but we felt that these are professional awards and you still need professionals like the judges that we have, but perhaps you want to grow the team and make sure that you bring experts from different sectors of the economy. Now, the selection process, I think Mr. Ndwendwe already spoke to it briefly, that after all the, okay, firstly, and this is important, I know last year when we were having awards, there were people who were saying, next year, I want to be in. So there's always someone who wants to be in it next year, so this is important. So you need someone to nominate you. So you can't nominate yourself. So businesses get nominated by either young people or people in the industry who say, X business that is owned by a young person in this category is doing well. Now again, Morgan was talking about it. Keep it simple, keep it precise. You know, some of the motivations, and some of you here today who are nominated, because we've worked in the space, we know your businesses. But from the motivation, it could not make you win. We are seated here with 3 nominees, the judges will tell you. We are like, but you know, X is doing so well, but he or she cannot win. We can't judge you according to what we know from the street. Yes, of course, that counts, because you have to attach your profile and all of that. But you have to give us a motivation that really, you know, talks to what you're doing. So that is very important, which is why, again, we have to say, again, Mr. Dhiya did say that tomorrow we'll have a breakfast with the 12 winners. One of the things that we're going to be doing going forward, which unfortunately did not happen, Mr. Shandu, for the last year's one, we're going to be doing the coaching, which Economic Development is committed to assist the business coaching for the winners of this year. And we have in our midst, they call him the best business coach in Africa. He comes from an organization called, it's Coach, Action Coach. His name is Dr. Thabo Pitsi. If you can stand up, say. He's from all the way from Free State. He's an action coach, the best performing action coach in Africa. By the way, Action Coach is a global program of coaches. He works with the University of Free State. So we are going to be working with him to assist the 12 winners, what Morgan was talking about. So in essence, that's how the judging process, or maybe one thing that I need to mention on the judging process. So after that motivation and so forth, and Mr. Ndwendwe mentioned earlier on that there is an admin process that is done by the team. He's got a team in his office. By the time it gets to us as experts and stakeholders, we are only seeing 3 names per category. So we are not involved. So if out of tourism category there were 12 people that were motivated for, the team at the office does the normal check, you know, including, you know, your FICA document, your compliance. All those things cannot be overemphasized, young people. So because once it comes to us as experts, the ladies that you saw, we are only dealing with the 3. And of course, we've got certain judging criteria, which I'm not going to bore you with because I see again, maybe I've taken a bit of time, but briefly we look at things like the presentation that I spoke about. We look at things like your turnover, you know, how much are you making? At the end of the day, bottom line is still important. We even look at things, as much as there is a specific category that look at social entrepreneurship, but we do look at your impact in society, because in our days, we are looking for businesses, especially young people businesses, that are going to make a difference in society. So those are the criteria that we look at. But after today, when the 12 people are announced, then there's a journey that begins where from all of us as different stakeholders and experts in our own right, we will then be working with qualified coaches and the Youth Business Awards team to make sure that we give the support. We don't want what happened this year when DJ Vuma was calling last year's winners. All of them did not attend this year. So we want those who win this year to attend. I said to Mr. Ntenga, we need to build a movement out of this. Winners from each and every year, we need to see where they are going, which is why when he spoke about visiting the Premier of the Umhlanga last month, I was with him. We met with the Premier, we met with the DG there, and even in Gauteng, you mixed out Gauteng, you mentioned Limpopo and Mpumalanga. So we are building a movement of young entrepreneurs, and it is through the help of all the experts, like the judges and everyone else. I thank you, Program Director.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Zonda. Yes, thank you. Thank you.
The program director had asked me when I finished to bring on stage our guest speaker for the night. Personally, program director, I don't like long introductions, and I think the deputy mayor may agree with me. It feels like someone is reading an obituary. Once you read those long, why get into an obituary? But the long and short of it, the reason I was told, this is from Mr. Ntenga, the founder. I'm not the founder, I'm just a supporting stakeholder. When we sat amongst leaders in Durban and looked at who could be our guest of honor, the deputy mayor of eThekwini, his name is Baba O.P.G. Mavundla. He's an entrepreneur, way before he was a mayor, and way before maybe we know him in his other side of being a politician, but he's one of our very successful entrepreneurs in KZN. This is a person who's even built a mall by himself, developing rural towns of KZN from one project to the other. So we felt that this is a person, I'm saying you are young now, Mayor. This is a person that is deserving to speak to young people on the journey and his testimonial about being an entrepreneur. Of course, also share some insight on leadership. Deputy Mayor of eThekwini, P.G. Mavundla.
You see, khona izinto ezingakufanele nje nabezama ukuzenza ukuthi uyizona. You just realize I'm not fitting the criteria. I'm not old. No, I'm very young. I don't remember the day I look up at saying I'm still new and young, so please speak for yourself. But me no man, I'm old for you. Good people in Durban begin and nonke. Ngikabazethu sonke. And thank all the sponsors that has made this possible. I just want you to relax. I'm not going to talk about politics tonight. I'm going to talk about my position as a mayor. By the way, that came by default. We all know here. I only have 2 seats in the Durban City Council, so you can't be a deputy mayor. So it came somehow, I don't know how. But yeah, it did happen. So we're not going to dwell on that one. But I'm going to deal more with what I've been requested to do here. And I'll try to do my best, Mr. Ntenga, so then I can go and see what Limpopo looks like. Please. Maybe I'll even sleep in the hotel. I just want to start with something completely different. How many of us who are the supporters of Orlando Pirates here? So, hands. Only you? Okay, no, we're doing better. I'm not one. But I just want to talk about one particular man. His name was James Sofasonke Makebula. He was born just outside Hammersdale on George Day. And this man, for all what it was, he battled to school. He ended up killing one Indian shop owner out of prison. And then he thought if he ran away to Joburg, he'll be okay. It didn't work. The police caught up with him. And he spent his 13 years behind bars. After that, he still went back to Johannesburg to work. But the modern Soweto that we see today is out of James Banza. He's the man who fought for it to exist. But this was the first man who had a very sound business. He started a butchery for the community of Soweto. And they say he used to ride a horse, not driving a car. And he had his own way of being elected as a politician on the other side. And his political party was a Sofasonke. Is there any one of us who will never die here? No, we will all die. Now, I'm taking from what was said earlier on, to leave a legacy, you need to die, but we must still remember you. So those who support Orlando Pirates, they support Sofasonke Makebula, James Past. You see, other political parties hated him because they had more support than them. There was even a time when the city of Johannesburg asked the government to ban him back to Natal. And he put his appeal to the Bloemfontein, and he won the appeal and he went to Johannesburg. So this guy was very kind. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. And he did very well. Those who have ever been to Orlando Stadium, the original one was put up by the very same man. So when we hear people say, Yega Makebula was Sofasonke. And most Orlando Pirates supporters don't know this. But I'm just trying to say, at KZN, we do have this tendency of producing the best entrepreneurs. So, do us a favor, Mr. Tenga, take this to the whole of South Africa. Because it's coming from KZN, believe me, it's going to work. They support Orlando Pirates all over. That's what it is. So please take it from Ubanza. Go and read more about him, then you'll learn what happened. Coming back to my story is a very sad one, but guess what? It made me a little bit of a stronger person who was very clear of what exactly wanted to gain. Born in Claremont today, July 1967, so you see how young I am. And the first time I started cutting into it as an entrepreneur, we used to have what was called DTM, the Durban Transport Management Board. There were no taxis. You'll only get to take a small figure claim to Valiant or Reserve or Use Austin during our time. But it was my job that every Saturday I would go to the market, fresh produce market in Wowe Junction, to buy a box of apple or box of banana. It will depend what sold better last weekend. So I'll go and sell at the stadium on Saturday and Sunday. But during the week as I went back from school, I needed to sell from school, there's about 2, all the way home. But guess what? They used to call me Mfana Umdila because I sold them. Anything that was sellable. If it's peanuts, I would sell peanuts. Stallion those days. And I grew up and I was not just sure where I was going with what, until at some point I decided that, you know what, I'm not a good material to work for somebody else. No, I'm not. And I was very clear, I'll be frank with all of you, I was very clear that Mina, I wanted to be a millionaire. Mina, that's what I wanted. How many zeros in a million? I'm not too sure. How do I get there? Not too sure. But Mina, that's what I wanted. So then I started, and when I started saying, you know what, I just want to go on my own. I remember resigning in a very good German company with good benefit. The company was Stainless Steel in Jacobs. I was really on top of it. If there was any problem, I knew I was the best artisan in the company that I worked for. Those of you ever eat the sweet and the ice cream called Magnum, the first machine that produced Magnum in South Africa, it was in Queensbury Clover Dairies. This is the man who put it together. So I decided that I was sick and tired of working for another man. I wanted to earn my own with no savings at all. Listen to this one. My UIF money that I was earning is what I was using then to feed my family. And the money that I got out of my resignation is what I used to buy my first welding machine and my grinder to start my business. And guess what? It did pay off. My first order that I received it from Lever Brothers, because I used to work there for Stainless Steel. It was a 5,000 Rand order. And the next one was Umhlanga water. It was their waterworks in Alma State. That was a 19,000 Rand. So it was getting better. But you see, it slowly climbed, moving, and it got to a point, at some point, I don't know how it happened, but I made a mistake. I was tendering for a company that was called Petronet, which is Transport Pipeline today, and I left a lot of money on the table as I was filling the tender. So I was then given the job because I was the lowest. But guess what? I needed to deliver that particular project, and it was a very interesting one, working in a national pipeline that takes the fuel from Allenview in Durban to the valley. Where I completed the project. Yes, very painful. We had to work day and night, knowing we just needed to finish on time because we did not have enough money. But nevertheless, we made it. Those of you who have been around for fewer years, or few more years than me, they'll remember the time when we had our campaign as a company. We used to have a lot of people around the pen, and it left a lot of people asking themselves what was all this about. But there was time when I got an award of being an investor in people. Simply because I trained in my company more people than the listed companies in the construction sector. That's how well we're doing. Earlier on I was joking with Dhiya saying, I'm surprised there are judges now in this function. Mina, the one that I won you Myezane Nunda, guy winner clean, and there was no competitor. It was on top of the game. So I'm just saying, we like all of you, just as whatever that you want to do, just tell yourself that you want to be on top of it. People need to fight you for the fact that you're doing better. And if you want testimony of this, it's not too far. It's simply Moses Mabhida Stadium. Moses Mabhida Stadium was so much on top of the game that they established big construction companies in South Africa. When they started not liking me because I was doing better than them, not wanting to form any joint venture with me, I put on my suit and I went to Europe. I came back with a company called CMC. And we started scooping everything. But then as far as Moses might be done, because there's a coalition around that time, I earned money without working. I needed to be paid for the fact that I was right all along. The job was mine, but it was given to somebody because of the process that was there. Yeah, we made clean 50 million rand without lifting a spade. So, for me, it was just telling me that I'm doing it so good that they needed to gang together to remove me. You know, Mama's mind is pity, more figure, you haven't arrived. When you're around, there must be a little bit of chaos without you doing anything. And then you just pray to this pity. When you come, they must say, hey, we're going to dance a bunch. What else? And then it's one of the qualities of getting, not in a bad way, but in a way that people will say, if in a site inspection there's this man, are we gonna get this job? It used to be like that. You know, there was a span money here. But I'm just saying, it started from the very humble beginning as an entrepreneur. And fortunately enough, most of you will have been to school, studied business and so on and so on. In my case, there was no such. I needed to be smart enough to understand what is the bottom line, and to a point where I will understand better than those who went to university to study it, because guess what? If you have your business and you don't know nothing about it, those who are counting rent and cents for you, they tell you that 10 cents is smaller than 5 cents. And you have to believe it, because you know what? You have not made it your business to understand it. And having said it all, we just need to understand that in business there are ups and downs. And some of you, when the time to go down comes, it may come when you really have no time again to lift yourself. Those things do happen. That's why we have liquidations, we have business rescues and so on. I know we don't like to talk about it, but it is the reality. There'll be time when you think you have a business and think the bank manager loves you and likes you, until the day you go to that bank manager and realize that the one that you used to drink tea with and the one that used to invite you at the rugby game is not there. There's somebody else who will tell you to bring the latest management accounts and find something wrong with you and you have financial statements. That's a reality. We need to know that these things do happen. And please help us as a country when you do well. Makai, please tell us as well, when we do well, we mustn't buy the most expensive Mac. That's what we Dakis do. Please advise us not to buy the most expensive one, because you know everybody must see that I've arrived. You know, the top range. And you know, the rands and cents don't say so. And there's a man that we are very good to forget. It's called South African Revenue Service. You know, because I'm at this age, I must say these things. We must know about it. When SARS knock, he starts sending that letter and you think something will come from somewhere. It doesn't come, and then you send another one. And next thing that you see is that tender that you got that brings that 2 million. SARS has got the right to take it from your bank account. And then you start, you know, realizing that you can't pay salaries. These are the facts, these things do happen. You don't have to be too smart not to happen to you. It happened while you think that if I buy the house cash with a man that came from the Tiwini No, I'll pay you next month. Next month, something else happened. These are the lessons that some of you need to learn, that these things happen. And when this happen, if you are good enough to give your staff all the benefits, your medical aid, your pension and so on, you start by simple thing, by your UIF not contributing and your pension and so on, and then everything follow, and that's a start of trouble. But it usually starts with your overdraft. Have a business and it makes 5% and you have an overdraft that costs you 17%. Think about it, what it means. Very few people that manages to dust it off and still carry on. So starting a business with people is not for sissies. It's not for people who think more for themselves than the business. You need to take your business really as a child. I will advise you that if you really want to remain a business in your lifetime, do diversify. Don't put your eggs in one basket, because, for instance, those who are in the hospitality industry, they'll tell you, and we all know, when COVID came, what happened to them? Even the mighty or Hilton, until this day, they still not open. Yes, they can open now, but it really crippled them. So if you can, try to diversify. Don't do it too much, because you may just lose a focus. But do try to have a fallback position. In my case, when I thought I made enough in construction, I decided that the best thing to do is to go into property. Not to develop property, just buy property, keep it as a stock. Then when I had enough money to develop, then I started developing. But the properties that I was buying was a property that nobody can buy. It makes no sense. They don't see if you buy what you're going to do with it. But if you have money, that's where you put your money. Then you have money to develop. Those who know where Mavula Square is, we bought about 7 properties. We took good 10 years not rushing anywhere. Then the time was right. We decided, you know what, we knock everything down, we put a new development. So those are some of the things that you just need to look at. At some point we decided in our property portfolio, let's bring in farms. We did exactly that. We started buying farms, and we really took a position that we'll never sell farms. We'll keep our farm no matter what, because you know what? We all need food. So we did that as well. I'm just saying that there are some businesses that we tried to go in and we realized, true. Here, one of it was trying to venture into mining. We spent lots of money trying to drill and see if there's anything, yet we're told there's a lot of it. So sometimes we put money on things that don't really give the results that you expect. Being an entrepreneur is very risky, I have to say this. But guess what? If you press the right Hollywood bet button, believe me, it won't bother. And then you'll have every reason to go to Makaya and say, Makaya, Makaya took me as a paper, they look up that put that aside. This is for the back manager. Back manager, the Makaya and the Makaya Nancy for give him your bank account. I'm a Makaya and call out to Bukshia showing at your Kulman bus is this. Don't ask too much questions. So that is when you've done it all. And while you're doing it, do yourself a favor. Just count a few years out that if you are not to do well for that long, how long will you be around to wake up and dust yourself again? Or even try something else. Please do keep those reserves. It's very important. It becomes a kind of a fallback position. Don't chow it all and wait for an invoice to be paid, because let me tell you, sometimes you'll even have a government not paying you for a year, and you'll have a smart politician that will come and question your invoice because you are in Tenga's friend, and there's a new camp that is in town that has taken over, and they don't like you, or the one that you supported with your money has lost power. Yeah, please, if you can, stay away from politicians. Don't fund their political parties, please. Don't choose political camps. But the one that you support, if it loses, you're in trouble. Be bold. If you can, tell them, no, you better put your money into good cause, like a church that does good work, like development centers. Tell us as politicians that, because believe me, take this from me. Lots of business people have lost it because they thought, hey, if we support Umavunda, Metamanda, we are okay, and then Umavunda loses it. And then your business try to put everything in the council or just don't get appointed. And even when you try to see the politician don't take your call. So basically, it's just a word of advice. Be in a position where you can take the government to court without getting worried because you know there are no shady deals out of what you have. You can stand for it, and that is what it is. Not that it's nice. I took the KwaZulu government Department of Public Works to court 5 times. I won in all cases. But there was no politician that can say, please don't do because you know. No, there wasn't. It was just clean, straight and forward. You have a problem. Let's see if the judge will deal with it otherwise. It's important. It didn't need to be your way of doing business. Be principle-centered as much as you can. This business of saying you are streetwise, believe me, you run out of street and then you'll find it's a footpath and then you don't know what to do. And it's not easy to be a jack of all trades. Take it from me. Don't say you know it all. You will find someone who knows how to walk on the road and walk on the footpath as well, or even walk on top of the water. So just be careful, you may not have those skills. So just saying I'm happy to be invited here, you know. As much as I was born in Claremont, but when I got sick and tired of city life, I decided to go back to my offsprings in Greytown. We don't get places like this with beautiful people like yourselves. Now in Durban, even get invited out, and you know, it's beautiful. So please remember, all of us, when we go to Limpopo and Mpumalanga, so that we can be 2,000 of us. And I'm not too sure how quick is this gonna grow, but I can just imagine if you're doing all the provinces, and then you can culminate it into a national one. You know, please, let's think about it, and then the first one we bring it to Etegwini. But when it comes to the next one, and then we put the bids as to who's gonna host it. And then I will build a hotel to once, and then it becomes a business. Then it becomes a business. So I'm just saying, out of small ideas, we can really do big things. And at the end of the day, all of us, when we go to business, there's only one thing that we're looking for, is to maximize on something that starts with P. Fortunately enough, to where we are, currently I'm a retired businessman. I decided that I've done it all, made it all, and failed in everything. The best thing where I'm going to excel if I go back with my failure certificate is in politics. That's where I am. A good one.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That was wonderful. A big round of applause one more time. For me, the best motivation is a living example. That's for me. If you listen to my shows in the morning, 4 to 6, Monday to Friday, I talk about that. I believe in bringing in people who come from nothing to something, you name it. I always ask if I motivate someone, what's next after I've spoken to you, But anyway, we're not the same, so that's just for me. It's not about me though. DJ, we have a DJ in the background. You know that's all we are playing. Hey. That's up. Okay. Don't start with that thing, please. You know how women get, please. I also don't like that, okay? But anyway, I'm not getting married today, so don't play that song. It's fine, play something else, okay? Let's watch. There's a video we should watch here as we prepare ourselves for what we came for, okay? Let's not wait any time now. Let's go straight to the video and get ready to make sure that we congratulate the people who deserve every clap. Tonight, we're about to hand over these amazing awards. Give it up for this video and those who are about to receive some awards. Let's pay attention.
We just had a wonderful judging session. It was both engaging with other judges, but at the same time, we're just making sure that the best company wins. So it was a beautiful experience.
I'm really to take the first prize, but the fact that you've actually made it this far, along the competition means that you've got a lot of credibility, you've got a lot of ideas that you can probably just fine-tune and polish up going forward.
I'm very happy and excited. There was so much interest and so much turnout to do this year's awards.
To me, this is one of the important ways you will recognize and also put or shine a spotlight on our entrepreneurs that are doing great jobs.
In terms of the judging, there were 2,000 applicants and 36 were shortlisted. It was a lot of deliberations, back and forth in terms of the closeness, in terms of the categories, 12 categories. So it was interesting, insightful.
My message to the nominees is that we wish them well. Everyone who's been shortlisted, to us, those are the winners. We don't have number 1, 2, 3, but obviously there is that one business. So to all the nominees from the 12 categories, we wish them well. We can't wait to see them on the 30th of November, where we're going to be having a very good time. Thank you.
Are you guys ready to start? Are you guys ready to start? Deputy Mayor, Baba, we're about to do serious work now. Well, everything has been serious now, please. Okay. Up until now. Don't Baba stage. Thank you. And then he's going to be joined right now as we begin. Are you ready for the KZN YBAs for 2022, guys? The first award needs a huge round of applause, guys. Let's warm it up, let's warm it up, let's warm it up. I think my chef is also warm, so we're about to do some serious business here. We're about to have fun, but let's do what we came here for. To present the first award tonight in the agricultural sector, please welcome Sisi Longu Msomi. He's an YBA judge and also from Naledi Municipality Business Awards. Must get more, maybe her signature will be in your next project. And pay attention to the screens, ladies and gentlemen, and the nominees for this category are as follows.
And the nominees for Youth in Agriculture are Ella Swazi projects, KwaMakoti farming, and Elands agribusiness for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Agriculture.
Ake lana sizothula abaphumelele
KwaMakoti farming.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners do have 30 seconds more to say thank you. We know that you may be hungry now, so we'll keep it as short as possible. So please pay attention to that. Well, take note of that. Winners, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead. Baba.
Sanibonani. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngisuke eNquthu ngifuye inkomo ngiyalima. Ngalokho nje ngikwenzayo ngonyaka odlule I was in Dubai. I've been also in Turkey with United Nations with agriculture. I'm the only black youth, but I'm the only person, I'm the only black youth of British Bondsmara KZN. I'm a first generation self-funded farmer. I'm also like that now.
A big round of applause, thank you. Wow. And here I'm waiting thinking, I'm like, okay, this guy. I thought he was about to hit us with one. Let's go to the next one. The next category.
And the nominees for Youth in Entertainment are #Lifestyle, Love World Production, and Naledi Art for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Entertainment.
Ngibona ke DJ Vuma umona uyanda bathi uqalehlweni bona ukuthi into kahle seduze kwami ingalo emiduze kwami kwakhona Jesu kuba uthi esuka ntombi olandelayo njengamanje uNaledi Art.
nathi si-proud naye for sure uzokhuthala kakhulu emva kwalokhu siyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you. Media team, please help me and pay attention to this. I don't think I gave you wine at the back, but it's fine. Pay attention to what I say first before you play the next category, okay? Thank you. So the next award in the food production sector. But before we go to the award, I'm going to have to call someone who's going to come with the deputy mayor. Is that clear at the back? Thank you. I wanted them to say yes, but you said yes. I don't know if they got me there. Okay, let's go into the food and beverage product. Mr. Ndwendwe, please join the deputy mayor. Let's pay attention to our screens and look at the food and beverage sector.
And the nominees for Youth in Food Product are Spice Girls, Coffee Culture, and Sunbury Game Meats for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Food Product.
Well, we do have the winner of this particular category. It is Spice Girls Training.
Thank you. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Father Mzalose, please join the deputy mayor on stage. Oh my God, I want an award. Yo, please come up. Oh. You know when you're gorgeous, you want to make sure people tell you you're gorgeous before you can come up. Thank you, Fanele. They're here to present the next award in informal business. The next award is informal business.
And the nominees for Youth in Informal Business are KwaZulu Natal, Dhiya's Crochet, and Easy Q for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Informal Business.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the one for tonight, and the winner is
Dhiya's Crochet.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
wonderful hobby. I didn't expect it to be bigger than this. As the years went by, it just went bigger and bigger, and I have all of my family and friends to thank. So thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, to help present the next award in the KZN YPA's 2022 from Mercedes-Benz, South Africa, Mr. Ndwendwe. Please join Deputy Mayor. They are presenting the next award in the manufacturing business. The next category is the manufacturing business.
And the nominees for Youth in Manufacturing are RN Liquids and Plastics, Hydropower, and KZN Steel for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Manufacturing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our winner in this particular category is
in RN Liquids and Plastics.
Give them a big round of applause. Big round of applause. When hard work is getting recognition, it can be quite emotional. Tears of joy.
This might be a bit longer than 30 seconds.
Take your time. Take your time.
I wish I could bring all the people that actually deserve to be on the stage, because it takes more than just me. It's a whole village. I'm first generation business. My name is Ryan Naika. My father's name is Raja Naika, and he worked for Max Steel. And my mother's name is Surya Naika, and she's a teacher. I'm the first generation that took a chance against all odds to go into business. 7 years later, I've got 3 manufacturing facilities in KZN. We produce bottles, PET bottles, with the zero waste facility, where all our waste gets reverted into filament that we then produce into 3D printed goods that we hope to export. I've got a chemicals facility trading as RN Liquids that manufactures chemicals from hair care to body care to home and hygiene to automotive care that goes into your private label brands with a few brands that you know from the retailers that you procure from, into our own brand called First Class Products. I've got a water purification facility which has been recently set up where we manufacture water that actually goes into relief work to make sure that communities around our region make sure that they hydrate and they can sustain to just survive. I've dedicated my life from 15 years old to do the things that I'm talking about. And if you go into our website, you'll see all of the things that I talk about today. In fact, you'll see things that don't even exist, that will exist from next year. I'm so proud to be here. There have been big businesses that have supported us, from my parents, who are not big business, but just my parents. Very Green, Mike Mazia and Dhiya Mazia, Zita Laboratories, Yashin Modi and his brothers, Arrow Cash and Carry, the Gangat family, and it goes from strategy to manufacturing, to procurement, to distribution, to educating just a young individual who was just aspirational, who had nothing else. And I'm eternally grateful today, as a 35-year-old, to stand here before you with nothing else to offer but energy. And that's all that I gave. From 3 o'clock in the morning wake-ups to exerting as much energy as I can, to physical training, to training my mind, to ensuring that I could overcome any challenges that were put before me in terms of persevering and grit to reach this point where I could give the speech. Calvin, I saw you last week Sunday and I recognized you, and I couldn't break the barrier, but today to have the opportunity just to say thank you for creating the platform to acknowledge people like myself, and I'm a dime in a dozen. There's a lot of people that have done a lot more than I have, but the capability and the ability to be able to just say thank you is completely priceless. For me to stand here, there's a lot more involved. Before anything, I think the last year has been significantly challenging, and my spouse, Kriska, has made a huge role in my life, and I'm eternally grateful. But beyond anything, we maintain a staff complement that's below 35. They're completely underprivileged. Our factories reside in the community of Pinetown.
Sir, thank you. Thank you.
10 seconds.
Thank you.
10 seconds.
No.
I just want to say thank you to my staff. That's it.
Media.
Motala Farm,
It's
Pinetown.
unfair. Sorry. This is my floor. You are being unfair now. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on radio for quite a number of years, and I'm glad that there's someone also who was in programming here. We don't cut people when they speak, you know. It's very rude. However, if I give him 5 minutes, I'm going to have to give everyone 2.5 minutes. Please, let's respect the floor. Thank you. Here to present the next award at the KZN YBAs in the media space. We've made it a business now. Dr. Thabo Pitse, please join the Deputy Mayor. Thank you for honoring the invitation. Clap for the coach. Coach! Coach, if you coach me and my business doesn't make a good turnover, do I get a refund? Gerard, beautiful. Yeah. My time-cutting business was coming to you. And the next category is in the media space. Let's look at the nominees.
And the nominees for Youth in Media are New Media, April 8 Holding, and Equazi Publishers for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category tonight is
April 8 Holdings. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
In my 12 years of business, this is the first recognition I've ever received. Ngiyabonga kakhulu to Mr. Dhiya for starting Ifana Nale. Ezokwazi ukuthi sisonke singosomabhizinisi abancane sibukele kuyona sithole ithemba kuyona ukuthi ngelinye ilanga bakhona nabanye esizokwazi ukuthi sibakhande bafike kule platform esikuyona namhlanje. Thank you very much, sir. Ngiyabonga.
A big round of applause to April 8. This young man has done something amazing about a week or two ago. Nakhumbula ivide ephumile engane. How Ndwendwe page? So this is the guy who took his own resources and traveled into the Bundus to start something new for that young man and that family. He's taken it as yes. This is the young man. Stand up, my brother. TJ, stand up. That t-shirt that's selling everywhere and other businesses, he has created a brand that will raise this boy or this child from where they are. Sorry, Tombazar. Okay. Hey, my dog. Saying I didn't have to food. Okay. That's why I said child second. Thank you. But that's basically what is happening. So a big round of applause to him, guys. Support where you can, because you're going to be taking care of the schools as well. Because the schools there in the area are in bad condition. He has taken up upon himself to get involved. So if you can get involved, that's where your money should go. Okay, big shout out to him. Big shout out to him. Yeah, my shy. Okay, let's go to the next one. And here to help him present this award, Claudette Sigamani, KZN YBA judge, former president of the Durban Chamber of Commerce. Clap for her, clap for her. And the next award is in property.
And the nominees for Youth in Property are NS Kulu Inc., Simpre Properties, and Majozi Bros Construction for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Property.
As we move further, in the category of property, ladies and gentlemen, the winner is
Majozi Bros.
Now for Majozi.
I'd like to start off by thanking the man upstairs. To all the glory be him, because through him everything is possible. This award goes out to our employees who work tirelessly to bring our vision to fruition. This year marks our 10th year in business. It's been a bumpy road, filled with more downs than ups. But every time our backs have been against the wall, we've come back stronger. A lot's changed in the last 10 years in our business and in the environment. But one thing has stayed the same, it's our vision. Our vision has always been to build the biggest property group in Africa. So with that in mind, I'd like to say to all the young entrepreneurs out there in the property space, to all the financiers in the property space, we are open for business. Let's come together, let's develop world-class cities, integrated cities in Africa. Thank you.
A big round of applause for our winner, ladies and gentlemen. And the next KZN YBA for Youth in Social Entrepreneurship. This one will be presented by Mr. Tami Zodi with the Deputy Mayor. He's from KZN Economic Development. If Boma is the owner, but I will show back again. I'll show him. Social Entrepreneurship. Let's look at the nominees.
And the nominees for Youth and Social Entrepreneurship are Ekasi Biostore, Ndwendwe Youth Center, and Kula EduTech for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth and Social Entrepreneurship.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, in this category, the winner is Ndwendwe Youth Center.
From a rural area to this beautiful hotel. We come from a rural area. We serve a very rural disadvantaged area, which is Ndwendwe district. We are youth development. We have been youth development for many years, and we are going to keep on pushing. I'm sorry to all the business people in here. I'm stealing your ideas. I'm going to give them to young people where I'm coming from Ndwendwe, more specifically. I'm going to steal them, and then I'm going to tell them that there are places like this where you can be celebrated. For us, we've been at this youth development thing for a while now, so this really means the world to us, and we are sure to open this.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. From Hollywood Bets, Hollywood Bets Ambassador, Mr. Michael John Proctor. Please join the Deputy Mayor on stage and a big round of applause. Mr. Proctor is a South African former cricketer, a fast bowler and hard-hitting batsman. He has scored over 21,000 runs in his cricket career. Yeah. Hey Morgan, I'm excited to see another cricketer. Yeah, I played cricket during my days with that man, so hey, don't worry how old I am. Now, let's go and look at the nominees for Youth in Sport. The nominees are Street Gaming Cyber, Zakhanya Fitness, Mabenya Sports. Those are the nominees.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this category we have Zakhanya Fitness.
Going once, Zakhanya Fitness. Going twice, a big round of applause. They may have not made it. They are winners. Thank you. Let's fast forward and quickly go to okay, first let me have Mr. Ndwendwe come back to the stage. Mr. Ndwendwe. Please join the Deputy Mayor. Here to present the next KZN YPA Award for Youth in Technology.
And the nominees for Youth in Technology are Ozil Lift, AfriZulu Tech, and Smartphone Avenue for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth and Technology.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the technology category in the youth and business is AfriZulu Tech.
A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful picture.
I greet you all in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. So my name is Musisa Ndwendwe. I am the founder of AfriZulu Tech. I've been running the company for about 3 years now, and it's been quite a hectic journey because I am definitely working in a very male-dominated industry, and it's not always easy. You're not always seen, you're not always heard, you're not always respected. But I've been able to overcome those situations, and sometimes the odds are against you, but it is for you to just persevere and do it anyway, you know. And I really appreciate KZN YBA for such an amazing platform to be able to just encourage young women like myself in the tech space. And it just came in my heart, the scripture that says, ask and keep on asking and it will be given to you, seek and keep on seeking and you will find, and knock and keep on knocking and the door shall be open for you. So thank you so much for this, thank you.
Thank you. Do you know why men were not clapping for you as loud as they should. Because I see them. The other one is clapping like, don't clap now, why are you clapping? It's a woman in technology. How? Someone's thought, hey, this one. This is the one that's going to come up with the anti-cheating device, this one. You see this one? Thank you so much. A big round of applause. Joining us on stage now is the acting CEO for KwaZulu Natal Tourism, Mr. Ndwendwe. Durban, please join the Deputy Mayor on stage. Thank you. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Here to present the KZN YPA 2022 for Youth in Tourism.
And the nominees for Youth in Tourism are 25 Jacaranda Lodge and Backpackers, Tapiwa Beauty Spa, and Dream Adventures for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth in Tourism.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the category of Youth in Tourism, the winner is
Dream Adventures.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu cela ngiqala ukubonga uNkulunkulu ongaphezulu kwakho konke bingelele uBaba Mtenga who have created a platform for us as entrepreneurs. This is very impactful in society, and on behalf of my company I can commit or to say we're gonna pledge 50,000 rands for next year as a company, so you can continue. For me, I won't be long, Mr. Denga, and CEO and all the guests, is to just thank everybody who've helped me in believing, because if you know my property, it's a farm of which it was a bush. It's a 110 hectare farm which I converted it into a destination. It was just a bush with nothing, so I'd like to thank my wife, Amy, there, and all the team. I'm employing 15 permanent staff, and we are the destination. We are not just, like CEO was saying, a tour operator or refer people. We own a business where people want to come to visit us. With all that being said, I would like to thank everyone. Thanks.
Thank you. Please, no go. I'm sorry. Okay, let me do it this way. Please sit down, my love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You know technology. Hey. Babongi Lemkize. From Hollywood Foundation. And KZN YPA judge. Here to present the final award for the evening, Youth in Township Business.
And the nominees for Youth in Township Business are New City Traditional Bakery, Pro Sneaker Lab, and Chola Family Solutions for the KZN Youth Business Awards 2022 in the category for Youth and Township Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Youth and Township business, this is our final one, and the winner is...
Join our family.
Big round of applause.
Sanibona ukhuluma uLindo kuhle wakwaZulu oqhamuka eMlazi ikhampani yami idila kakhulu ne-recycling recycler uplastic engcolele manje uvala kodwa ngithanda ukuba nje kakhulu umndeni wami ngoba ngila namhlanje ngoba ngidila kakhulu ne-recycling ngidila kakhulu nama-dumping sites ngithe ngiphuma nje ekhaya wathi uma mntanami ngiyaqala ukubona ukulima
Ladies and gentlemen, this year, these guys have been working, meaning the KZN Youth team has been working for over 8 months to prepare for tonight. This year, they received over 2,000 entries. Clap for that. And all the finalists are winners. Clap for that. Everyone gets recognition at the KZN YBAs. We'd like to call in Youth in Agriculture, Elan's Agribusiness and Elama Swazi projects to come forward to receive their certificates, please, and give them a huge round of applause. These are the runners-up in the category. The second runner-up, but everyone is a winner. Wherever they are, we are clapping for them too. Thank you. Youth in Entertainment, hashtag lifestyle, Love World Production. These are the runners-up in the category. Basumisa Neshombe. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. In food production, Sandbury Game Meats and Coffee Culture, please come forward. Do we have them here? Okay. They are not here. They are not here, sir. Thank you so much. Youth in Informal Business, ECQ, and KwaZulu Natal. Give them a huge round of applause. ECQ. Hey, ECQ. You're from PMB. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Is there PMB here in the house? Thank you. I hope you did not lie at home and say you are getting married. I hope you did not lie and say you are getting married. Tell your girlfriend it's done, baby. Yeah. Let's go to Mr. Kelly, buy a car. We're already married. In youth in manufacturing, Kosan Steel and Hydropower, please come forward and give them a huge round of applause. Give them a huge round of applause, please. Thank you. My chef, you can get ready now in the back. A huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone deserves being there. Thank you. Kosan Steel and Hydropower. Please do take photos, sir. Please do take photos. Do take photos. Whilst they are sorting out the technical glitch. Worry not, it's a new hotel. I don't think rents take your certificate. Please. Thank you. Applause, ladies and gentlemen. Youth in Media, Equasi Publishers, and Niao Media. Is it Niao or Niao? Well, where's us? Huh? N-E-A-W. Wow. Hey, sing this. Hey, you. This is where master is. Huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That's what I'm going to teach much. KwaMakoti Awards are shy, whatever. KwaMakoti Awards look shy. I show you the show. Pop. Youth in Property. NS Olo Inc. and Simpre Properties. Thank you. All the winners, please make your way to the back at the KZN YBA banner as well, whilst we are also preparing to have our meals. All winners, they need you at the back. Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Baba Sebonga Kul. Thank you, Baba. Ngalubisa, the acting CEO of Tourism KZN Kwakutanza Kumalo, Boeno Cesaro. Youth in Sports, Mabenya Sports and Sting. Okay, they're giving me another category here. Okay. Youth in Social Entrepreneurship, Ekasi Bioscope and Kula Edutech. big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Youth in Sport, Mabenya Sports and Street Gaming Cyber. Please come forward. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Youth in Technology, Ozen Lift and Smartphone Avenue. Bashayeli Santa. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Youth in Tourism, 25 Jacaranda Lodge and Backpackers and Tapiwa Beauty Spa. Bashayeli Solve. Youth in Township Business, Pro Sneaker Lab and New City Traditional Bakery. New City Traditional Bakery. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourselves a huge round of applause. Thank you, Mama. To give us today's vote of thanks, Sis Babogile, please come forward. from Hollywood Mates. Hollywood Foundation, yes. Thank you.
Hey, good evening everyone. I've got a message for me from the judges. They I know they are hungry. I mean, I know everyone is hungry, but just give me a moment, my lovely judges. Everyone is looking wonderful today, or this evening. Thank you for the opportunity, DJ Vuma. Even though you had a head at me with the blues, Radisson blues.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, my task is simple, just to thank everyone. But I would like to start with acknowledging the young entrepreneurs that have worked very hard. They have taken the lead in changing the narrative of how the young people are working hard and impacting our societies. So tonight, we really applaud you. We say, keep on doing what you are doing because it is amazing. Just to start thanking, I would like to start thanking our guest of honor, Ubaba Deputy Mayor Wethu, Ubaba PG Mavundla. Siyabonga baba i-present yakho ukuthi usiblesse ngayo. I also want to thank my colleagues, the judges, from KZN Tourism, Ubaba Ukumalo, from Mercedes-Benz, Ubaba Umtucele, Ngibonge Nobaba Ushandu, Umphathi. Ngicela ukubonga uNonku, Lodet, as well as Mufanele, laba abanye bese ngibamentionile. Ngithanda ukuthi futhi ngibonge abantu abahlanganise lo mcimbi ukuthi ube impumelelo. Believe me, last year it was an amazing event. It was the first time we held or we partnered with KZN Youth Business Awards. And I must say, this year the turnout is good. The competition is keeping on getting bigger and bigger. So I don't know what's going to happen next year with the competition. Perhaps we will need the ICC, Mr. Ndenga, eh? Just a message that has been running its rounds. It was made by previous speakers, Ubaba Ushandu. It was also made by, if I'm not mistaken, from KZN Tourism. Uguti, when you are providing or when you are preparing your proposals for business, keep it simple. It is that simple. There's no other magic. You need to have that catchy, but yet not a long proposal. Believe me, I work with SMMEs every day, so I also know what business or businesses look for. The simpleness of your proposal will get you far. I mean, every one of you here have established amazing businesses, so you will know what I'm talking about. So before I sit, I would like to remind you ukuthi nizwile ubaba ezingelayo. You sleep, you snooze. Last but not least, siyabonga Bamuntenga with such an amazing initiative that you have taken by yourself. To make sure that the youth in business is not left behind. It's also acknowledged and it plays a very crucial role in our societies. I mean, come to think of it, if you look at our townships where we're coming from, who owns those businesses from townships? It's our youth. So the aim is for you to also go back So when you run your race, when they say remain in your lane, remember that someone helped you along that route or along that journey. So look back from where you were and also try and give back. I like the gentleman here who pledged 50,000 for the next year's awards. Now that is something that we want to see, the growth towards this amazing event. So with that being said, thank you so much and have a lovely evening. Enjoy your food.
Thank you. We need a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, and that's how we wrap up the KZN YB8s for 2022. A huge round of applause. Thank you.
We really appreciate this initiative because it really motivates the young people to come all out and display the talent that they have in as far as the business is concerned. What we've witnessed today is very, very interesting.
There is a lot that is meant to be done by young people in South Africa, mainly the young entrepreneurs. There has been an economic decline in the country. There is underdevelopment in the country. There is poverty and unemployment in the country. So it requires young people to stand up and play an active role in economic activities.